You know, I'd like to tell you something. However, I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. I just realized how little I actually value myself. I'll explain to you in a second how I got to this conclusion. But first, humor me a bit. First, I would like you to check how many socks you own that have holes in them. Then look at the accessories that you wear every day and ask yourself this question. Are they really comfortable? When I did this check, well, you won't believe it, but I found socks like these ones with like basically a bunch of holes in them. And as you can imagine, they were uncomfortable to wear, especially with shoes and boots, these winter boots. And actually, I still wore them as is. I've had this Fitbit for 1.5 years, and there was one thing that bothered me so much. It had these plastic straps, and the wound formed because I was wearing this arm strap. Anyway, however, over Christmas, I was a little bit on the internet and I was like, yeah, let's see what there is. And I found this armband. I bought it. It was 11 euros. So in American dollars, it would be around $15, I think. And ever since I got it, ooh, nice. Can still see a shadow actually here. I feel like my wound started to go away. So then I realized that for over a year that I was wearing this Fitbit, I chose to develop a wound over spending 15 minutes on the internet and buy a strap that would be comfortable. The solution was simple and cheap. And then, like really, I'm just embarrassed about it. So then, after this incident, I started to wonder, what message am I sending here to myself? And what is all of this doing to my brain? Because every time that you put on one of these uncomfortable socks, well, your brain is processing this as data. And here's the thing, our brain doesn't distinguish between big and small self-care acts. And instead, it is constantly asking, are we worth protecting? Are we worth investing in? And yeah, this hole here, I don't think it's saying anything good. So when we repeatedly choose discomfort over a simple fix, we're essentially training our neural pathways to accept that we're actually not a priority. Neuroscientists call this the self-concept reinforcement. Each small act of self-neglect becomes evidence that builds our internal narrative about our value. So if you think about it, it becomes like a script that our brain goes to when we are trying to make a decision about life, or for example, to set boundaries, or what our ambitions are, or even our beliefs in life. Crazy, no? And imagine if we're training ourselves that we are not even worth 15 minutes of our time, then imagine what we're training others about us. So for day 6 of the Brain Rewiring Challenge, I am fixing what can be fixed and I am trashing what can't. Sounds simple, right? But to be honest, I have years of backlog to catch up with. So yeah, this might be a wild ride, but hey, I'm worth comfortable socks, and so do you.